One of the first things to really understand is where exactly is your payroll going to? Most people think the majority of the time that they spend is revenue generating activities. It is unfortunately not the case with junk removal. If you kind of break down, let's say there's an 8-hour day, you have a crew running for 8 hours, about 2.5 hours is going to be spent on what we call windshield time. It's driving around. It's getting to jobs, it's driving to the landfill or donation center, it's stopping for gas, it's driving back to the shop. It's a ton of time that's just windshield time. 2.5 hours is going to be spent loading junk. Only 2.5 hours are you actually generating revenue on a day-to-day operation with the junk removal company. At the landfill and transfer station, most people are spending about an hour. They're unloading the junk or they're waiting in line. And this can be significantly higher in certain areas. Some of you guys, you'll spend 2, 3, or 3 hours at a landfill or transfer station waiting in line. And there's going to be certain times, if it's during the holiday season or if there's been bad weather and the landfill's been closed, there's several variables that can happen that'll increase the amount of time you spend. A lot of time spent at a landfill. And you're going to spend about an hour a day at the shop. So you got the time where people are going to be clocking in. You're going to do your pre-drive out checks, checking over all the maintenance on your vehicles. Should be doing some sort of a morning huddle, going over the schedule that lasts about 15 minutes, making sure you have all the supplies on your truck, just looking everything over. And you're about an hour a day, about 30 minutes, well, about 30 to 45 minutes at the start of the day, maybe 30 to 15 minutes at the end of the day is what you're looking at. Some of you guys are going to pay for breaks, some of you aren't, but generally you guys are going to be taking somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 minutes to an hour on breaks. So that means you are spending only about 2.5 hours actually generating revenue for your business, and everything else is in other areas that's not revenue generating. The areas that are non-revenue generating are generally going to be the areas where you can find little bits of savings here and there, which increase your SPPH and your profitability.